Hey, it's Ethan Skolnick with Alex Toledo here at Kaseya Center. After the Miami Heat lose 124-87 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The best way I can sum this up, this Game 3 loss, which puts the Heat down 3-0 in the series with, unfortunately, a game coming up on Monday. Davion Mitchell outscored Donovan Mitchell, and the Heat still lost by almost 40 points. They started off strong, and then there was an 18-0 run for Cleveland. Max Strus outplayed and frustrated Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo made some threes, but did not have a free throw attempt the entire game. And Miami just wasn't guarding at all. Like they've now averaged, Cleveland has averaged 123 points in the first 3 games of this series. I want to repeat, 123 points in the first 3 games of this series, and not really even breaking a sweat. There was something in the fourth quarter named Isaac Okoro who scored 8 points in about 25 seconds with no resistance. This is an ugly series for the Heat, and ultimately it's going to end on Monday. I don't see the Heat bouncing back from this, and then we'll obviously have the conversations about what they do from here. What was most disappointing for you today, Alex?
Honestly, like you said, the defense. Like, we talked about this team pivoting to defense after they made that trade, right? Like, okay, look, they got 3 solid to very good defenders, with the guys that they acquired, and it was just inconsistent. I felt like kind of the best way to sum up what they've been on defense since that trade is, they're good on defense for like 2.5 quarters, I would say. Like they show flashes of what can be a great defense, but they just can't keep it up throughout a game. And tonight, I wouldn't even say like they gave it 2.5 quarters. Like that would be generous, right? Like I think they ended up giving up like a 138 offensive rating. I think the Cavs are the best offense in the league by offensive rating. So I'm not trying to take away any credit from them, but you did nothing to like at least get them a little bit, below their averages, nothing like that. They're, like you said, they're averaging 123. I think they averaged 117 for the season, or 118, something like that. So you have them scoring more than they did during the season. It's not exactly ideal, man. Like, we talked about it on Media Row. Davion was the one, like, trying his hardest. I thought Bam, like, had a pretty good game, but at the same time, it was just like he was making shots.
Yeah.
It's not that he was really having a great game or anything. He was just, like, fine compared to the other people who were terrible, right? And I thought Davion was just, like, trying his ass off, and you could tell, like, that's just his game in general, but it's also the guy who's like, he's securing his contract, I think, with the Heat. And not to take away anything that he did, because, you appreciate the effort and what he's been. Like, he's just been much better than Wiggins, at least in his playoff series. And all of a sudden, the series is over. Like, there's no fight, and you thought that there might be, that maybe they can win a game or two, and now I'm with you. I think it's over on Monday.
7 straight home playoff losses for the Heat. None more demoralizing than this one. You mentioned
a no-show from Tyler, by the way.
No-show from Tyler, who was face-guarded, got frustrated by it, but also no-show from Andrew Wiggins, and we're going to have to talk about that because he has not shown up in this series at all. He's honestly looked sort of weak going to the basket. He can't finish. Reminds me of some other wings that they've had here before who did not show up in the playoffs. I know he showed up for Golden State a few years ago. I don't know. Doesn't look like the same guy to me. So very frustrating for the Heat. I mean, not altogether unexpected. They were going to lose this series, but you would have liked to have seen something closer to the fight we saw in Game 2. Where
I missed when they got killed by crazy 3-point shooting, and it was just like, they shot you out of the building.
Well,
but it wasn't because of bad defense.
Ty Jerome today, more than a plus 30 again. At one point, he had 9 assists in 17 minutes. It's just not good enough. Anyway, for Alex Toledo, we'll have more on. I'm Ethan Skolnick. I don't know. We'll be here on Monday night. That's all I can say. Have a good one.